Today, we'll be covering many things that we've learned over our past videos, with some practice. To find the maximum value, our a value is going to be less than 0. So our parabola will open downwards. The vertex is the maximum. We'll be doing 4 problems: easy, medium, hard, and hard plus. The method we'll be using is factoring out a, completing the square, and then reading what the k value is. This is what we're going to do if you need a refresher. Beat the clock. Did you get that the maximum is a, 5? Most students may look at the equation and think, I see plus 1 at the end. The answer must be 1. But that's actually wrong. A is less than 0 means the parabola opens downwards. The vertex is the top. You must convert it to vertex form first. This is how we did it. We had the original equation. Then we factored out -1 and left space for another number here. Next, we added 4 inside and added 4 outside since we took out a -1, which we have to multiply this 4 by. And we got that the last number here is plus 5. This is that same equation on a graph. Now we'll do the medium problem. Beat the clock. Did you get that the answer is D, 12? What we actually do is complete the square. Get the original function, take out the negative, and then factor out. Then we get the plus 9 here, which we would subtract from here, but we have to multiply it with the negative, so we add back here to get plus 12, which is our answer. This is that same equation as a graph. Now let's do the hard problem. Beat the clock. Did you get that the answer is C, 3? This is how we actually solved. We take our original function and factor out the -2 from here. Then we add plus 4 here. And since we would have to subtract 4 from here, but we have to multiply -4 by -2 to get 8. So instead we add 8 here. -5 plus 8 is 3, and that's our answer. Now this is that same equation as a graph. Now let's try to do the hard plus problem. Beat the clock. Did you get that the answer is D, 19? This is how we solved it. This is our original function. Next, factor out -3 from these two values. Then, we add 4 to make this a whole square. Next, we multiply 4 by -3, which is -12, and then subtract that from here. 7 minus -12 is the same thing as 7 plus 12, which is equal to 19, which is our answer. Nice job if you got this one correct. This is that same equation as a graph. This is the summary. First thing you do is spot that the equation opens down, so it has a maximum value. Then, factor out a and complete the square. When you add b over 2a squared, do that inside the negative bracket. Then, you add absolute value of a times b over 2a squared back outside. The sign flips. Then read k from the equation. That is the maximum. Screenshot this, because this minimum versus maximum is guaranteed to be on your SAT. If you stayed till the end, thank you for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share.